But getting the right help requires know what you need, and it requires other people to listen to you when you tell them what you need. Right now, I'm trying to wait on a lady who is going to call me at 3 o'clock Alabama time, I believe, which I think we're over an hour late for that, so I'm hoping whatever's going on with her, she's alright. There's also a gentleman here in town. I met him about 3 weeks ago. He's a very nice guy, but very, very, very excitable. So, I don't know, one of the things I've been looking at, he gave me a thermos, and he's got some of his own ideas about things, so I'm not sure what's all going on with that, but I know that what I need versus what he's got to give aren't necessarily going to line up. That doesn't mean that he has bad intent.
Sean?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Sean. My name's Doug.
Doug?
I work with Tillman Family Counseling Center.
Oh, yes, sir.
And my boss just wanted me to come out and find you and see if you were open to any services or you need anything.
Actually, I am open to services, but also there's a lot of safety issues that in the few months that I've been here have become, unreasonable. So I don't actually feel comfortable here. I don't feel comfortable going to the services. I did go to many of them to begin with, but there was multiple threats and harassment and a couple of assaults against me. And
We're out.
one of them was at the hospital, and one of them was over, what's the name of that church?
Nazarene Church, or
No, it's over by, what's the name of it? Where Lewis and Cheryl usually park.
I'm not sure.
I want to say it's on like 4th or 5th. It's north of the Christian Church.
Okay. So you got assaulted over there?
I did. Actually, I'm gonna get a pen because I want to be able to write your name. Do you guys have a?
I got a card. I can leave you with a card.
Anyway, I've been assaulted on multiple occasions since my friend Natalie was killed, so I'm actually really used to that part. The thing is that I keep getting sent around to mental health, who pushes housing on me. There's issues with me getting housing, and instead of listening to that, it's just basically I release services. They push a lot of services onto me that I don't have the ability to run around and keep going to. When I'm assaulted or threatened, what I need to be able to do is turn in person with it, and without friends or family, that just doesn't happen. Also, I'm autistic, so rather than understand that that's not mental retardation, people generally just assume it's mental retardation and talk to me like I'm mentally retarded. Or they have this idea that it's something like mental retardation, or it's something like schizophrenia, or it's something like, it's nothing like any of those things. So as far as getting an advocate goes, I really do need one of those, but I've been to all of the different services around here, and as far as the kind of advocacy that I need, they don't have one. They're not.
What kind do you need, John?
Well, I do need a legal advocate because of the situations with.
Are you a vet by any chance?
I'm not.
Okay.
I tried to get into the Navy. They
Into where?
The Navy, but they wouldn't take me. I'm ineligible for military service because I have Tourette syndrome and.
Have what?
Tourette syndrome. It's a neurological disorder. It's primarily with my muscles and the signal between my muscles and the rest of my body. So a lot of times, like for example, I don't usually look people in the eye. Sometimes when I'm nervous, I'll wink at people like that. I've been beaten up. Thought I was hitting on them, or because they thought I was hitting on their girlfriend, or because they thought I was on drugs, or any number of things like that. There's also I do this with my wrist, which is actually really painful for me to do due to injuries to my wrist that I incurred at the hands of a bad officer in Colorado. His name is Waylon Lolatai. He's no longer an officer because he couldn't stop assaulting people, but nobody cared that he assaulted me first. They only cared about the 6 people he assaulted after. Well, 7. If you consider Sammy Leon Lawrence IV, if you consider that an assault.
Well, if there's anything you need, my cell number's on here. I work for Tillman Family Counseling Center as a peer support specialist on the crisis team. So I think you met Kathy one time at the hospital.
Yeah, I was assaulted at the hospital while she was going at her way to not understand what it is I was trying to explain. But I got a lady right now. She was going to try to get a hold of me at 3 o'clock Alabama time and try to help me with that. So I did call her. There was a gentleman who was going to try to help me, I guess. And so I went and spoke with him first. And told her that I'd be able to take her call in about 10 minutes. So I'm just waiting on that to come back.
Well,
What I need to
if
do,
anything changes and you need anyone to talk to, or if there's anything else that maybe we might be able to do for you, give me a call at that
I'm-
number, okay?
I definitely will need help to try to get some sort of, I need to try to get my vehicle legal, which I don't have the money for, but I have to try to get to
That's probably something
Louisiana.
that CARE would be able to help you with.
And CARE, I've gone back there on multiple occasions. I ended up just filling out paperwork and being told to come back, to go back and fill out more paperwork.
So you mentioned you wanted to go to Louisiana, Sean?
Yes, sir. There's a friend of mine there and he's talking to his wife. They're looking into that. The other lady that I'm in contact with, waiting on her to get a hold of me,
We might be
is
able
from
to,
Alabama, which is pretty close.
we might be able to put you on a train.
All right, what would I do with my car and the evidence that I have?
Evidence?
Yes, sir.
That I couldn't tell you. I know we wouldn't be able to give you gas money to take your car there, but we would be able to put you on a bus or a train. We can get you a ticket to get there. But with the vehicle, it kind of limits our resources.
So the more resources I have, the less people are able to help, or I have to give up resources that I will need once I get there in order to get there. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm looking into right now, is possibly selling my car so that I can get there.
Okay. Well, that's my number. Again, my name's Doug. And if you choose to go that route, get a hold of me and I'll see what we can do to support you in that journey, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Take care.
On the bright side, we got name, the lady that was at the hospital, and got their names and got a card from them. One of the difficult things about this is that I have to have a friend or family member when I speak to these places to help to explain it to them. And it looks to me like looks like the lady I was waiting on reached out to me. So I guess I'm in this video. One of the things that I'm real worried about here is wearing out my welcome or being here long enough that they're like, all right, dude, we just don't want you here. Nobody wants you here, go away. Everybody's been real pleasant to me, but there's also like that guy who gets real excitable. He wanted to go driving all around town. I was just, the help that I need for temporarily is a place to park my car, and we were discussing that. But I also needed him to understand that I'm waiting on a call, so I need to wait on a call. He just couldn't quite understand what it was that I was explaining to him. I have someone in Alabama. They're going to call me at 3 o'clock Alabama time. So at 3 o'clock Alabama time, somebody from Alabama is going to call me. And that concept confused him, and he asked the question like 4 or 5 times and was basically like, "That's fishy." I'm like, "Well, it is what it is." I suppose if they lived in Tennessee, I'd be waiting on them to call me at 3 o'clock Tennessee time. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna get back to what I was working on, and we'll see if I'm able to get something done and get a safe environment. But there's also the fact that I'm not able to take care of myself, and I do have to depend on others. So I need to have people who know me and are familiar with me. And that's definitely not people here. Some of them do have good intentions, but they just don't have the understanding. Anyway, I guess good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind. It would have been nice if Caitlin would have gotten a hold of me a little earlier. And of course, those guys, they're not going to set up an appointment with me. I'll have to go into their office, or for whatever reason they came in here today, I have no idea. But anytime that I interact with any agency of that sort, I got to have somebody talk to them with me. That's what people don't understand, is that somebody has to be here with me, or I'm honestly afraid to talk to those guys. And that's because of multiple situations that have happened with myself as well as with others who are friends of the TFCC. So here's the thing, when it comes to turning in crimes, that's not what they help with. They don't care what crimes are committed against you. So when people try to push me on them when I'm being abused, they're not getting the point. As far as me being abused to the point that I'm stuck here, that's not a choice that I made. And as far as getting out of here, everybody's idea of helping me is to rob me of resources, and that doesn't help anyone.